Personally, I lost focus, increased procrastination, constantly trying to please others. I was always seeking perfection and constantly in a state of comparing my journey to others. And worst of all, it was even affecting my own family life. This is why I quit and deleted Instagram. Hey everyone, welcome back. Now, before we begin, I want to start by saying a disclaimer. This video is not to suggest you should come off Instagram or social media altogether. It's about sharing my experiences, the pros and the cons, but ultimately why my personal life and business life has massively improved since coming off of Instagram. Now, let's start by addressing the obvious. It's the year 2021, and if you're not on social media in one way or another, you may as well be under a rock in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Now, as sad as that is, it is the truth, because whether it's to connect with friends across the world, to grow your business, or perhaps just for personal use, it's a fact that now around 4.48 billion people across the world use social media. But there are two sides to social media. There is the positive and there is the negative. I want to address both and give you my take on what we should all be aware of and why I would really recommend you take regular social media detoxes. Perhaps you even delete a certain platform, but that's up to you. I'm just here to offer insights and share my experiences and the changes it's made on my life since coming off of Instagram. So I deleted Instagram around 2 months ago now, and in all honesty, it's been nothing but a breath of fresh air and total headspace. Now, my reasons for coming off really do vary, so I want to share with you a few of these which perhaps you can relate to. And that was lack of focus. I had a reduced attention span. I wasn't focusing on my business. I was really procrastinating at times. I was constantly comparing my journey to others. The need to please by regular posting. I was seeking unhealthy attention. I became self-absorbed. I was even losing time with my family, neglecting real friends, battling against the algorithm, and to top it all off, I even lost my original account, which many of you who have followed me for a while would know, and that was taken away in a heartbeat. And I was exposed to the fact that you can dedicate time, money, effort to a platform for years, for Instagram to take it away instantly with no chance of getting it back.
Took that from me.
It wasn't personal.
It was all personal to me.
So on that note, Instagram sorted it out. Now, for me to realise how consuming Instagram had actually become, I randomly decided to take a look at my screen usage on my phone to see the actual time I was spending on the platform itself. And honestly, I was taken back to see I was spending on an average of 8 to 9 hours a week on Instagram. I was up to 36 hours a month, which ranged from opening up my Instagram feed in the morning, being distracted whilst I was working, I was writing, I wasn't focusing on my business. I neglected new projects that I had. I was even being distracted whilst working out. Rather than being fully focused in the zone, I was double tapping that Instagram story, and we've all been there, where we don't even acknowledge the stories, we're just hitting that tap button just to get past and get it off our screen. But anyway, it was not good. It was not what I wanted.
It was not what I wanted!
Now, I know some of you may earn an income off of Instagram, which if you do, your approach and time spent on the platform has an official metric, and that is return on time invested. So if that is you, fantastic, but the time and effort you put in results in a monetary value. But for those of us who aren't earning an income from social media, we really need to understand and evaluate how much time we spend against being a consumer, against being a creator. Because this is where many of us, including myself, got sucked into being more so a consumer rather than a creator, just scrolling down the Instagram feed, which is damaging. And before you know it, 1, 2, 3 hours have passed and you've done nothing but fill your headspace with everyone else's business. And this is the problem, because if we go back to my average of 8 to 9 hours a week on Instagram, I would say that at least 4 to 5 hours of those was just being spent consuming, rather than creating. And this is when I knew it had become unhealthy and damaging, not only for my business, but for my personal life. We need to be able to step back and detox from social media in order to regain clarity of what is real, what is fake, understanding true life goals and ambitions rather than being determined by what you see others do and feel the need to compete, and as a result you end up having goals you never wanted to have because you're watching others, and it's put you in a race you never really wanted to compete in. The other unrealistic expectation which we are all exposed to is this millionaire lifestyle. Now, I can reassure you that not everyone is travelling to Dubai for a luxury holiday. Not everyone can afford to go to a fancy restaurant. Not everyone can afford the Gucci slides. It's not realistic for every male to be ripped to shreds, and it's not not realistic for every female to have the perfect beach body. This is not real life, and these are not average standards that we can all achieve. So my advice is limit your exposure, because it will do you no favors for your mental well-being to be exposed to this. Now, very quickly on mental well-being, did Instagram affect my mental health? Well, thankfully not, but I know many that it has, and we always need to bear this in mind. It is about balance and managing the usage that you spend on that platform, and ensuring you do take a detox every once in a while. I also knew Instagram had become unhealthy for me when Instagram was eating and drinking before I did. Now, we've all done it. We go to a restaurant, the food and the drinks are brought out, and the first thing we do is we take a photo and we upload it to our stories, and we let everyone know where we are and what we're eating. Now, I look back and I actually think, how unhealthy was that? I wasn't being present in the moment. I wasn't enjoying the company of my family, friends, and those around me. I was too busy trying to update people I'd never met, and quite frankly, probably couldn't care less about what I was eating for dinner and what I was drinking. But I didn't realise this at the time, because it was all about seeking attention.
Look at me! Look at me!
And growing the profile. It's only when you step away and gain back perspective, the time, and begin being present again, you actually realise you were never really there in those moments. You were there in body, but you were never there mentally present.
Look, I'm sorry I don't remember you. It's nothing personal.
Now, moving on and sharing with you the benefits I now have in my life, and they are, I've gained back 8 to 9 hours a week, which is now pumped into my business, my personal life, new projects that I have on the go. I'm present when I'm around friends and family, whether that's just being at home or gatherings, but I'm there, I'm physically and mentally there. I have minimal procrastination moments during my working hours, and I've gained back control of time. I'm also less tired. You know, there's no more early mornings, late nights, scrolling through my Instagram feed. It's enjoying a Netflix series, or just switching off and gaining headspace. Now, to wrap this video up, will I ever go back to Instagram? To be honest, it's very unlikely. As for my personal and family life goals, it's not a requirement. However, using LinkedIn and YouTube will be my go-to platforms for the now and the future. I really hope my experiences and reasons for coming off Instagram have been relatable, or perhaps you may consider a detox, or even coming off certain platforms if you're spinning too many plates. It's about gaining some perspective and the time back in your lives. If you enjoyed this video, please do hit like, share the video so others can benefit from it, do subscribe, and until the next video, I will see you all very soon.